Hello, stream team. Hello, we're back. Ooh, we're back in the stream. And it's a beautiful thing. And tonight we're talking about what else? Since we're in our summer body challenge phase, I'm going to be talking about 10 fitness mistakes. The 10 fitness mistakes that are most commonly made as people pursue their fitness goals. That's what we're talking about. And I'm going to jump right into it. I won't be a stalling YouTuber. However, there are certain things that I must do before we get the stream kicking. I always have the candle lit. It's lit, dimly lit, but lit. I always have music banging, so let me get some tunes playing. And then I have some information that I pin to the top of the chat, and then we get it cracking, right? Right. All right, so now let's get the musical part of this situation under control. Let me scroll on into my tunage du jour. Oh, it would help if my computer was hooked up properly, so let's get that hooked up. And then we will get into this juicy list. And these mistakes, when I was going through the list, I was like, yep, these are the ones. This is what most people do wrong. And so if I can save you from making some of those early initial mistakes, I'm sure that I can hasten your arrival at your goal, okay? Yes. All right. Delron Bryant, I am doing excellent, Delron. So good to see you in the stream, and you're here early, and I love that for us. And you hit that like button. Thank you, Delron. Thank you. You know the drill. You know the protocol. You're a real one, a real tribe member here. All right, so let me get this music for us, and then we'll get into this list very soon. All right, so wait, where is my favorites? I'm looking for my favorites. All right, there it is. All right, so music's on deck to start playing any moment now. There it is. Okay. Ooh, candlelight and music. And all I have to do is pin the information to the chat, and we can jump into our list. You know what? I'll give you the rundown of the list, and then I'll break down things individually. So just as a teaser, before I pin this information, I'm going to tell you the top 3, and then I'll go through the full 10 and explain each of the 10. But the top 3 are not warming up properly, and I got you covered there with my warm-out workout. Number 2 is overtraining, and number 3 is skip and leg day. All right, so we're going to talk about those 3 mistakes, and then the remaining 10 mistakes in about 20 seconds. What's up, Mark Anthony Jenkins? Peace and blessings right back to you. I love that you're keeping New York. You're holding it down in New York for me. Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate you for that. And I'm so excited to get into this list. I'm so glad that we are in the midst of our summer body challenge. How many of you have already watched my workout video, my 10-minute warm-up video that will be the warm-up that you can do before all the other videos, or it can stand alone as like a morning wake-up or a midday pick-me-up? Who's been on that? Who's already seen that video? If you haven't, at some point after the stream, you should go to my channel and go to the either Fitness Secrets Revealed playlist or the video tab, and it's the most recent video that I dropped. Cannon's World. You don't like New York? Okay, Cannon. Well, it's not for everybody. It is not for everyone. You stay where you feel comfortable. Eclectic Intellection. Well, hello, Eclectic Intellection. I definitely like that name of yours. Jennifer Shafaro. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. You are a sweetheart. Appreciate you. John C is back. What's up? Big Fred. Hello, handsome Big Fred. Thank you, sir. Cannon's World. Yeah, Cannon's World. All right. People are in the heezy tonight, and I love it. All right, so what do I have to do? I have to pin some information to the chat, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, so here we go. Copying this information that I pinned to the chat, and then we'll go. But yeah, the number 1 mistake people make is not warming up properly. So who does that? Who walks into the gym and just starts busting a move? You don't stretch, you don't warm up, you don't make sure your joints are limber, you don't do anything, you just hit it. And while I appreciate, I admire someone who's just so enthusiastic to get it in that they don't even bother with a warm up, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't warm up, you are right on track for injury. That's right, injury. And that's what we don't want, because once you're sidelined, the progress is also halted. So we can't have that for you. Okay, so let me, oh, I'm in the chat. All right, I'm here. Let me pin this information. And it's pinned, and it's sent. Wait, and now I've got to, okay, now it's pinned. Okay, good, there we go. Jared Bell's back. Jared, have you checked out that warm-up video, that 10-minute warm-up, I'm gonna guess you have. How many times have you seen that video, Jared Bell? What else is going on? All right, Cannon's World is saying, yeah. Okay, yeah, Cannon, you know, Manhattan, it's not for all. It takes a certain type of constitution to really appreciate life in the big city. And I have it, and I do, but I can see how it's not for everyone. So I get that, Fair enough. All right, I don't wanna have to keep DJing constantly, so I'm gonna go into another account over here and pull up a playlist of music that will meet our needs. You have, yes. You saw it. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You are too kind with your flattery, sir. I don't know if I could take all that credit, but I think it's pretty solid. I think it's a great little workout. So I'm glad you're liking it. All right, here we go. So now we've got consistent music. All right, we've got everything we need for the stream. We've got everything we need. Everything. All right, here we go. And now all I need to do is jump into my list and we can get going. All right. Right, so number one is not warming up properly. And I already told you what happens when you don't do that, right? When you don't warm up properly, you set yourself up for injury, and you also reduce, you know, your range of motion, and the optimal results that could happen had you warmed up don't take place. So it's both about prevention and it's also about optimizing. So a warm up is key. The number two thing, overtraining. It's really easy, especially if you haven't been working out for a while. And let me start with a disclaimer, not a doctor, not holding a fitness degree over here, just a enthusiast with a lot of experience, and I think pretty damn good results, or darn good, I should say. This is YouTube, pretty darn good results. So what I would say is that always consult your physician, before beginning any exercise program. Got it, good. Okay, however, overtraining is very common for people who just are trying to go from 0 to 60. If you are new to all of this, if this is new to you, please start slow. Please start with just walking or biking and doing maybe just the warm-up that I put out 2 days ago as the workout, as you gently get yourself up to speed. So don't go from 0 to 60. Take it easy, take it slow, work at your own pace, and don't push your body too hard. You want to challenge yourself, but you don't want to push so hard that you run into the area where injury could take place. Really? Your favorite color? Well, all right. What's up, NBA City? Good to see you. What did John C. say? Some people don't sense what stuff, John C. Yes, NBA City. Tell them how it's done. Thank you, Mark Thur. You are such a sweetheart. I've got 2 king of compliments in here tonight. I'm going to be feeling good. I'm going to be feeling great. And how many of you have already started? Because this is what, day 3? Who's got 3 workouts in already? I'm gonna need you to get 1 more in tomorrow. And then Saturday we'll do a recovery day, which is like a Olympic exercise and foam roll and stretch. And then Sunday is our rest day. It's our self-care day. So I'm gonna be putting out videos during this process, that one's for our recovery day video and one's a, self-care day video. You do a military workout, Delron. Tell us about that. What's that like? Yes, I'm gonna have some ASMR coming too. So yes, too much too soon hurts your progress. Overtraining, not the way. Take it slow and steady and gradually increase as you feel stronger. Number 3 thing people do wrong, especially you dudes. Ladies love leg day, ladies love lower body day because in general, we don't want to be bulky on top, but we do want our, lower body from the waist down. We want the glutes gluting, and we want our legs to be really have some nice little definition, be really strong, but just so, not too bulky, but not, scrawny. So we're all about our leg day. We're all about that waist down training. So you don't have to tell a woman to miss leg day. However, some dudes get so concerned with the guns and the pecs and the abs that they forget everything below the waist. And then you see these guys who are like a big truck box on top with these little tiny little dangly legs, and that's not gonna work. So gents out there, I need you to be in proportion. We all want you to have like a physique that's in proportion. So leg day is a must, okay? Is a must. Favorite workout, NBA City? Leg day. No, I like doing, I mean, I love running. I was a sprinter, so I love running and I love jumping, drills. So I like a good track style workout, but I also love leg day, you know, free weight workouts. So lunges and squats and things like that. So yeah, I love the lower extremity workouts. Well, I'm glad you're finding it helpful, Zaire Ross. Where are you from, Zaire? I like the way you spelled your name, and your name is very like lyrical sounding, Zaire, and then the spelling is very creative. Curious where you're from. Charisse Brewster is up in here. Yes. Michael Johnson, but of course, you must have missed me too. I'm glad to see you back. And I hope you checked out my warm-up, my 10-minute morning warm-up or pre-workout warm-up video that I dropped 2 days ago. You need to be on that. Make it a part of your workout routine or part of your wake-up routine. And I'm going over the top 10 mistakes that people make when they begin their fitness journey, when they begin the pursuit of their summer body. The number one thing people did wrong was not warming up properly. I got you covered with that video. The number two thing they do is they overtrain. They try and do too much too soon. I'm here to tell you to take it easy, take it slow, gently increase your challenges. Number three thing you dudes do especially is skip leg day, and I'm telling you, you can't. We're gonna need those glutes and pecs to be in proportion. We're gonna need those quads and hammies to be just as developed and defined as those abs. Okay, guys? Leg day is a must. And then the number four thing people do wrong, and this one is really surprising to me, people do not track their progress to see improvements. So I think you should be tracking your progress in two ways. One, you need to log every time you work out. Oh, thank you, Charisse, you're so sweet. Okay, thank you, Michael. Yes, check it out after the stream. All right, so you need to track every time you work out, and it's really satisfying because you need to give yourself credit. Like you put in the work. After you do your workout, you want to be able to tick that box. You want to be able to be like, boom, I did it. And it gives you momentum and it gives you a sense of pride. So absolutely, you need to keep track of every time you work out and what kind of workout you're doing, so you can look and see what worked, what feels great. If you're really sore the next day, you can see what you did wrong. But if you don't have time to be like super specific, at least write down, you know, the workout you did and how long it took you. Even if you just buy a calendar, like if you're low maintenance about it, go to CVS, buy a calendar, and just in each little square, just write what you did your workout that day, okay? We've got like, what, 78 days until June 20th, the first day of summer, and I want you to have that calendar all filled up. Well, Michael, you can certainly watch me work out, and there'll be plenty of opportunities to do that over the next 78 days. However, I'm also here to inspire you to join me. You know, I don't want you just looking, I want you working with me. Work with me. J&J in the stream. Well, hello, J&J. Who's at the helm, Judson or Joshua? Which of my Alabama twin boys am I talking to? And have both of you seen my warm-up video? If not, I'm gonna need you to get into that. Yeah, so you need to be writing down every time you work out, but then also you need photos, okay? You need pictures. I'm lucky because I'm doing this YouTube journey, so I have a record of where I started, and we will see where I end up, right? So I filmed that video, that warm-up video, and I thought I looked pretty solid, but there was definitely room for improvement. I'm definitely trying to get my glute shelf back in where it's supposed to be, trying to get the glory back into the glutes, and also wanted to lean out a little bit, wanted to tighten up that midsection. So we will see if the video that I do on June 20th, and we compare it to that warm-up video, we'll see if the proof is in my pudding. But how are you gonna track your progress? Why don't you take a picture tomorrow morning and use that as your starting point. If you didn't take one 2 days ago, I need your before and after pictures, like every week. Maybe every Sunday on the rest day, you take a pic so you can see where you're going. Because it's easy to forget where you started, and it's easy to not see your progress if you don't have a photo, because it's happening gradually. But if you have photos and 3 weeks out, you look back at that first week photo and you'll be like, ooh, I'm doing the dang thing. Let me step it up. So yeah, write down every time you work out and take pics. I'm glad to have you here, Charisse. Okay, Aziz keeps talking about the 2 exercises. Aziz, we all want to know, which 2 exercises are you referring to? I'm going to need you to not type anything else into the stream until you tell me which 2. Describe the 2 exercises you're talking about. Y'all, Aziz keeps telling me he's trying to get 2 of the exercises I did in the warm-up video down. He's very fascinated by these 2 exercises, but he won't tell me what they are. So which 2? I need feedback. I need user feedback so that I can continue to hone my craft. So let me know, Aziz. Thank you, Michael Johnson. You're very kind. But we're all our own worst critic. And I remember what I used to look like. There was a time when I was an actual athlete, not just someone who like sat at a desk most of the time and just worked out once a day for an hour. So I guess I will always have that image in my mind to like haunt me. So it makes me want to like go hard. The Mexican G. You weren't rude. You always think you're worse. The Mexican G comes into the stream a little tipsy, especially on the weekends. But he's always a gentleman, usually, when he's in the stream. But he always thinks he was worse than he actually was. I'm trying to get him to 1, stop drinking and hit the gym instead. And 3, get his body right and tight for the summer. And then as we go into fall, I'm going to help you get your mind right. So we're starting with the body because the body is easier for some people. And then we're going to get to the mind. But don't you worry, I'm going to be covering you mind, body, and soul. We're just doing body first because summer's coming and we are a superficial people in these United States, right? Like how you look has a lot to do with how you feel. Partly because it really determines the way people treat you. So look good, get better treatment, start feeling good, start progressing, start manifesting. That's the plan we're on. And thank you for comparing me to Miss Naomi. That is, excuse me, but that is high praise indeed. She's gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Michael. Aziz just wants to keep taunting us with these 2 exercises. So, okay, Aziz, we'll let you keep your secrets. All right, so now we covered the first 4. We did not warming up properly is a mistake. Not overtraining is a mistake. Skipping leg day is a mistake that must end. Not tracking your progress. Don't do that to yourself. Track your progress so you can, give yourself credit and high five yourself every time you nail it. And then the next one, poor diet choices. Now this is a tough one because honestly, as they say, abs are built in the kitchen, not the gym. Really, diet is like the biggest influence on the results you're gonna see. If you tighten up that diet, it can make way more of a difference. Even as far as visually, it can make a difference faster than working out. So we need them working in tandem. We need the diet to be as on point as the working out. That's why I would suggest just keeping a log of what you eat, or taking an elimination approach where you just, like, if you just said no bread and no rice, that might be the game changer that you need. No refined sugar, no bread, no rice. Try that. Try that for these next 11 weeks until June 20th and see what that does in conjunction with your 5 times a week workouts. I'm gonna have you looking right, okay? Looking real right. Okay, Mark Thurr. Are you beer goggling me, Mark Thurr? I'll take it either way. You're fighting? Michael, I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. Because wheat, especially the wheat that's produced in the US, is just not what you want to be putting into your digestive system. I know it's delicious. I know it can be tasty and comforting. But winter's ending. Put the comfort foods down. It's time to get right. It's time to go to the beach and shock the world, Michael Johnson. It's time to have these women out here swooning because your body, your physique is just so together, okay? So which would you rather have? A toasted piece of bread or women swooning because your physique is so together? I think the latter. Put the bread down. Okay, so we got that. Poor diet choices was number 5. Number 6, lifting too heavy too fast. And then this is just a more detailed version of overtraining, but yes, especially you guys, you go to the gym and you see Mr. over here lifting a certain amount of weight and Mr. over there lifting a certain amount of weight. And so you want to compete because you guys are always jockeying for position with each other. You're always competing. And I'm going to tell you right now, stay in your lane. Stay in your weight class. Like, don't worry about how much anyone else is lifting. And sometimes the person who's lifting the heaviest can have the freaking worst physique. It's not about how much you lift. It's not about how much weight you can put up. It's about your results. So what are you trying to do? Like focus on the results you want and take the progression and approach that's going to get you there. And don't worry about what your neighbors are lifting or what their numbers they're putting up. Don't get embarrassed. Don't put blinders on. Just do you in there. Don't get competitive and don't let anyone shame you into lifting too heavy. Do what's right for you, your body, and your goals. Ooh. See, you overtrained, Michael, and then you got sidelined. Okay, so Michael learned the hard way. Don't overtrain. Like, body first. Keep it. Nirma, what's up, Nirma? We are in fitness mode over here. We're getting our summer bodies together. I released a warm-up, 10-minute warm-up video, and there'll be several other workout videos coming rapid fire, as rapidly as I can produce them, all throughout the fitness challenge. Hopefully over the next 2 weeks, I'll have all of the foundational videos in place and you guys can use those as we complete these next 78 days to get to June 20th, the first day of summer, looking right. Avoid ego lifting. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Aziz. Ego lifting. Don't get competitive and don't, get like gassed up with the numbers that you see. It's not about the numbers, it's about the results. And listen to your body. Oh, Nirmal, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. I hope he's feeling better. I'm so sorry. Positive thoughts go out to you. Healing vibes and loving energy to you, Nirmal. And the next one, after lifting too heavy too fast, is neglecting recovery. So that's why this is our intention is not to do 7 days a week because that would lead to injury and that would not allow our muscles time to repair. After you do all that work all week, all that micro tearing, you need time to heal. And yes, when you're sleeping, your muscles are repairing and you're healing. But you do need a recovery day to just let your body rest, let your nervous system calm down, all of it. So I like to have 1 day a week that's like a recovery day where you do a gentle limbic exercise and then you do some stretching and foam rolling. And then 1 day that's just a flat out rest day where you don't do anything. And the most strenuous thing you should do is like float in a pool or something like that. So 1 day is a recovery day, 1 day is a rest day, and then the other 5, you're going for it you're going for it hard. Challenging and hard, but not too intense to, promote some sort of injury. All right. And then, so we got neglecting recovery, and this goes right along with it. Number 8 is not getting enough sleep. Sleep is essential for muscle growth. That's when all the repairing happens. That's when all the magic happens. The building, getting those muscles that you want, that happens while you're sleeping. Your body, is a factory of muscle building while you're unconscious, okay? So you need that sleep. You need those 8 hours of sleep. So prioritize sleeping over these next 10 weeks and so that your body can really regenerate all that tissue and do its most. Oh my God, Nirmal, I'm so sorry. We are sending all of the best possible thoughts and prayers to Nirmal, all the best energy. I'm so sorry. Well, yeah, Aziz, I don't have a separate cardio day. I usually integrate cardio into each of my workout days. So I do 1 hour a day, but it is an intense hour. Like I don't take breaks. Some people do an hour and a half, sometimes do 2 hours. But my actual workout routine, it's like, probably 30 to 45 minutes of working out and 15 minutes of cardio. Sometimes I might have maybe like once a week, I may have 1 day that's just cardio, but usually I do 15 to 20 minutes, within the other workout day. Either as, sometimes it could be 10 minutes warming up and then 10 minutes after. Sometimes it's just after, but I do a little bit every day, and then maybe once a week I can have a cardio day. And I will be filming a track-based cardio workout at the track, so that'll be another option that you'll have. A big eater? It depends. Lately, I haven't been, because I haven't been training so hard. I've been, like fasting, and that's how I've been getting my, getting some of my results is through calorie restriction. However, I'm ready to start building. And in order to build, you do need to have a little bit more calories. So I wouldn't say I'm a big eater. Like I'm kind of slight, so I don't eat a whole lot. But I think it's important to have lots of high quality protein and lots of nutrients like lots of green vegetables. I have a green juice in the morning. I have collagen protein. So yes, I make sure I get lots of protein and lots of micronutrients. And I eat meat. And I will be eating my meat to get the muscle I want. Oh yeah, Charisse, you gotta get your sleep, girl. That's when all the magic happens. You must get your rest. Yes, Jarabelle, ASMR on deck. Yes. All right, so then let's see what else is going on here. Oh, and warm-up sets. So not just doing a warm-up before you start working out, but doing a warm-up set. Meaning, don't just go grab the weight at the, like if your target weight is like, you're gonna do some sort of like, I don't know, 150-pound squat, like a baby squat, right? Or a mega squat, depending on who you are. I just threw out that number. For some that's minuscule and for some that's a lot. But if that's your goal, you're not just gonna start there. Like you're gonna warm up, you're gonna do a warm-up set. You're gonna like do just the bar, 10 sets of just the bar, just to get your muscles ready. Then you're gonna add another, 20 pounds, and then add another 20 pounds until you get to your target weight that you wanna be lifting, and then you'll work within that. Don't just throw up your target weight and start lifting it. No, you gradually ascend to prevent injury. So it's not just a question of warming up before the workout in its entirety, but also doing a warm-up sets before you get to your target weight that you're working on. Thank you, Aziz. I'm glad you're appreciating the aesthetics. Now let me get back to some better music because I'm not feeling this. I need to go back to the playlists that I like. Let me go back. Oh, I love this song though. So let me put this up. Okay. And then I have my last, right. And then the last one on here is sticking to the same routine. That is the major mistake that a lot of people make. And I have a solution for that. The way that, oh yes, New Yorkers are always walking, Michael. And I'm not in New York, I'm in South Florida, but I moved to South Florida. I moved to an area where I can have a walking life, where like I don't have to drive everywhere. Because I think walking as a mode of transportation is really important for staying lean and healthy. And I've seen a lot of articles that say that people who walk the most and walk the fastest, especially as they age, are the healthiest. So walking is not to be underestimated in terms of what it can do for your health and longevity. So getting in a good walk every day in addition to your workout is amazing if you can find a way to do that. But the one number 10 thing that people get wrong is sticking to the same routine. And I can always tell, like I can see the physique of someone who does the same routine. Because for guys, they start looking like this, right? They have that Frankenstein Tin Man look. Like maybe their muscles are tight and they're like cut and they have this nice physique, but there's a loss of fluidity. There's no gracefulness in it. And I feel like that's because they're doing the same routine over and over again and they become stiff and their range of motion is done. So what I always promote and do is cross-training all across everything. I'm doing yoga. I'm gonna do some Pilates one day. I might do some calisthenic workouts that are just body weight. I might do a weights day. I might do a cardio day. Then I might, do some kickboxing. Like, I really think it's important to just keep mixing it up. If you're a bodybuilder, that's a very specific thing, and I don't have the expertise for like bodybuilding. I think bodybuilding weight training is definitely a component of what should be part of your routine, but I would discourage anyone who wants a more fluid, well-rounded, athletic-looking physique to steer away from that as your sole mode of training and try and incorporate everything else. I'll also have a dance workout because especially for us ladies, and I think gents who are up to it, dancing for an hour is an amazing workout. You don't need any equipment and it really changes your body in all these subtle ways and gives you all of this like fluidity and grace and great posture. So don't underestimate just a 1 hour dance workout. It's a lot and it does a lot. So my advice would be to keep switching it up. We're doing 5 days of workout out a week, but we're not doing 5 days in the gym or 5 days of just weight training like we're bodybuilding. No, one day might be weight training. One day might be yoga and cardio. One day might be sprint drills and jump squats. Like, so Mix it up, keep it fresh, so you won't get bored, your muscles won't overtrain in any one type of movement, so you reduce the risk of injury. There's lots of, so many benefits to having a varied routine, and that is the foundation of the way I approach fitness. Failed an interview. I've never failed one, but there have been jobs that I've interviewed it and not gotten, for sure. But what I would say is, yes, they become like Johnny Bravo. Exactly, Aziz. That's that stiff Tin Man look. And a lot of times, I would never call it a failure, because just because you didn't get the job, I wouldn't see it as a fail, because a lot of times they weren't right for you. You have to remember that you're interviewing them too. As much as they're interviewing you, you're interviewing them too. And sometimes you don't get the job because you're too good for the job, and they know it. They know you won't stay. They know that they are a toxic stew of nonsense, and that when your confident self gets there and sees how cray-cray it is, you're gonna walk. So sometimes if you are a strong candidate and you look like someone who is not about games and is serious, they know you're not gonna stay there, so it's not gonna work. And they're doing you a favor. So you just gotta remember that there's no such thing as failing. I mean, I could see if you underperform, like maybe you flub or you're nervous, but I don't have those kinds of problems. I'm always like, I know I'm informed, I'm ready, and I'm like, let's get into it. And I feel like the times it doesn't work out is because I'm a little too much for them. I can be a lot. And sometimes they don't want a lot. Like, most of corporate America thrives on mediocrity. They want someone just good enough to do the job. They don't want you to be extra. They don't want you to be too smart or too talented or too articulate, or they don't want you coming after their job, and they don't want you getting them thinking you're gonna be changing anything around. They just want you to stay in your lane and be a good, a good cog in the machine. So if you're not that, you're gonna have a hard time. But that doesn't mean you failed the interview. It just means, you're too much for them. And that can happen. Yes, I'm a lot, sir. You love the beach? Yes, gotta look your best. Well, I think it's all about feeling confident. And it's not even so much about, yes, it's about how you look, you want results, but part of it is just confidence. Like, if you know you're training every day and you know you're eating well and you're taking care of yourself and you're loving on yourself and you're giving yourself self-care days and, rest and recovery days, you're nurturing yourself and, you're feeling good. And that translates. It translates to the way you carry yourself, the way you stand, the way you sit. And those things are really attractive. And that kind of confidence ripples through the rest of your life and has amazing results. So it's not just about the superficiality of do you have these particular cuts or how perky are the buns, although that's a priority for me. It's not about that. It's more about you having pride in the fact that you're going for it and that you're on it and that you're doing right by yourself. And that in and of itself, regardless of how long the results take, just the fact that you're on your game and you're going for it, it completely, it carries weight. It changes the way you hold yourself, and people sense that and they treat you differently, and you get a better response from the world. Cerise, that's all there is. If you're in the fight, it's not gonna be easy. Some days you're not gonna feel like it. The progress may be slow some weeks, and it may be, challenging to stay committed, but you are doing it. And even if you're just doing a little bit, even if some days you're just tired and you're pooped, and on days like that, I say just go and walk on the treadmill and stretch and sit in the sauna if you have one, and just call it a victory. You're not gonna be able to crush it every single day, but if you're just keep going, keep being consistent. Consistency matters more than any other thing. Just stay with it and do your best. And some days your best is gonna be kick arse, and some days your best is gonna be a little mellow and chill, and that's okay too. But you're doing your best. And just the fact that you're committed and you're hitting your marks, it changes the whole game. Take some calcium. Yeah, I did a video on the supplements that you should be taking to optimize your results. So on the Fitness Secrets Revealed playlist, there is a list of the 10 supplements that will help you get to where you're going. And I also did another live stream on the 10 superfoods that you could be eating that will help you, because they are superfoods that are very nutritionally dense. and will give you the things that your body wants most so that you can build your best muscles. So check out those 2 videos. They're on the Fitness Secrets Revealed playlist. What are you oopsing, Charisse? No mistakes, no mistakes. And yeah, I mean, it's fine to be struggling, because struggling means you're fighting. The problem, there's nothing wrong with struggling. As long as you don't give up and you're still in it, you're on track for victory. Some people aren't even struggling. They bowed out. They're just on the couch with Fritos. Like they do not care. They let it go and they let it spread. You are fighting, and that is admirable. You want better for yourself. And just that act of loving yourself enough to keep staying in the fight is, that's the road to victory. You're on it. You're doing it. And we covered that list. So now we can vibe out and talk about anything. I'll quickly summarize the list, and then we can talk about anything and everything you guys want, or I can answer any other questions you have that are fitness related. Okay. Yes. I never had any sinus issues, but absolutely, the biggest change is not going through winter, because winter is really like a mini death cycle, especially if you're someone with melanin who needs to be in the sun. The whole reason you're this color, the whole reason you're brown is because you're built for the sun. So if you take an animal that's built for the sun and you put it into Arctic conditions, it's not going to thrive. As soon as you get some of that sun back, you start thriving more, and your body never has to go through like that cold. Your posture changes because you don't spend 4 months of the year like running outside like this. You're always can be, and you're always upright because you're never freezing, and you get sun 365 days a year. So it's a very powerful change. And also it's really nice outside, so you're gonna walk more, you're gonna exercise more because it just feels great and it's so pretty being outside. So there's so many lifestyle improvements from a health perspective moving south. Now, don't get me started on the culture and the salaries and all of that. Like, that's all the bad stuff. But as far as the health benefits, they're tremendous, and that's why I've stayed. You're welcome, Charisse. That's why I'm here. I want us all to be thriving. My tribe is going to be a fit, centered, sharp-minded, high vibrational tribe. Okay, we're here to live our best lives. We're gonna be doing big things around here, and we're gonna be collaborating with each other as we do big things. So yes, this is a winner's circle we got going. We're supporting each other to like hit our marks, meet our goals, high five each other, and hopefully, in the future, collab and support each other's projects. This is what we're doing here. So much negativity out in the world, so much hate, so hard. This is a place where, it's a safe space. Of course, Michael. Yes, I want to see you thriving. I really believe that when people are doing what they love and they are being good to themselves, it translates to the way that they treat other people. And it makes them nice to be around. Like, they have an aura of positivity and health. And we need so much more of that, because our society is extremely toxic right now. So we need as many people as possible to be getting healthy, getting strong, stepping up their game, sharpening their mind so they can be better critical thinkers. We need all of that going on. Faux show. You ready for summer? Yes. Summer is, we are animals. We're humans, but we're still animals. This is our mating season. Okay, we're going into mating season. So it's natural that, you want to like strut your stuff, look your best, stand your tallest. You never had a job you loved? Well, Michael, maybe, have you been producing your own music or other people's? Maybe you haven't loved it because it hasn't been your work. Maybe if it were your work, you would be feeling differently. Are you workout? Am I what, Mark? I'm not sure what your question is. Are you workout? Am I what? Do I work out? I do. I'm gonna be filming another one tomorrow. Hopefully I can get that up soon. Yes. I mean, a workout goes with climate. So like when you're in a climate that is conducive to working out every day, you know, it makes a difference. And it's easier. It's much easier. It's like gives you wind in your sails to do more. And I love being in nature and being outside. So it's a real treat to be able to work out outside. Because when I lived in New York, all my workouts were gym. I was always in the gym, or sometimes I work out at home, but usually, you know, you have smaller apartments in New York. So you have gym-based workouts solely. The great thing about being in this climate for me is being able to work out outside. Like I can do a beach workout, you know, at the ocean. I can work out outdoors on the sun deck. I can work out in a park here. Like it's just year round you can get outdoor workouts, which is amazing. And there's something about when you work out outside, when you work out where there's no ceiling, there's literally no ceiling, you feel kind of invincible. Like when you're working out and there's clouds overhead, you feel taller, you feel like the sky's the limit. It's just, it gives you more room, literally and figuratively, to just, you know, excel and extend. You just feel like invincible. Actually, it doesn't happen that often. I have not counted, but it really doesn't happen that often. Most people stare a lot, but they don't ask. I've been told that I'm intimidating. I've been told that people assume that I already have someone because I look like I already do. Like I've heard a lot of things from people. Usually I find out months later, or someone will be like, oh, so-and-so wanted to ask you out, but they were too afraid. Or so really it doesn't happen that much. I get lots of gawking, but not a lot of talking. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Treadmill is no match for walking on a path, a paved path along the ocean, right? Like it's just not the same thing. I mean, there are times when treadmill, don't get me wrong, like you do what you gotta do. When I lived in New York and it was like freezing cold and black ice outside and all of that, I got my butt to the gym and I was grateful to be able to do that. But would I rather just be walking on a path, you know, along the ocean? Yeah, it's much more fun and it almost makes the workout feel effortless. Why are you laughing, Michael? Ooh. I'm just looking at the stream. Yeah, this is a good color. This color looks so vibrant on camera. You'd be afraid they'd try to get you for kidnapping. What? I am not a child, sir. I'm grown. I am all the way grown. Been fishing? No. Well, no, that's not true. I have, and I like the idea of it, but I don't know how to clean a fish. I love the idea of like catching, having a fresh catch and then eating, like the fresh catch of the day. Love that. But I don't know how to cut or clean the fish. And it can be a little gruesome sometimes dealing with like the bait, like worms and such. But in theory, I like it. I like the idea, but I'm not generally speaking, I'm a city girl and a girly girl. So I'm not down too much with anything, you know, squeamish a little bit. If we had one, what do you mean if we had one date? If we did, then what? What are you trying to say? If we had one date, then what, sir? What would the result be of said date? What are you implying? What are you trying to say? Mm-hmm. So you're not out. You're not out to worm on a hook. What? I mean, I can put a worm on a hook. It wouldn't freak me out too bad, but like, I don't love that part of it. I just like the idea of like being on a boat, chilling, and knowing like dinner is gonna jump into my pail. I like that idea. The actual mechanics of it, not so much. What? I don't think so. You gotta provide. Once upon a time, you had to go out and hunt the bison or the, you know, the wildebeest and bring it back to me. So, you know, I need to see you put meat on the table. I need to see you do that. I'm not there for work. I'm there for company. I'm there to inspire you. You're supposed to look over and be like, yes, let me catch everything for her. That's what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not labor, sir. I'm the reward. I don't know. You could hire someone to clean it and cook it. I'm just there to be cute and keep you company. Duh. If I happen to be good at the fishing part, then that's just a bonus. Exactly. If I'm with you, believe me, you've succeeded at something if I'm with you. So, you've succeeded at something. You're clearly a provider. And so I've decided to, you know, give you some time on my calendar. And that's the reward for all your work and success. You did it. I'm with you. We're hanging out. That's how that works, sir. Since the beginning of time, that's how that works. You believe what, Mark? Well, I have standards, Michael. All women do. Men compete for women. That's the problem with our society is men forgot that part. They resent that part, but all the animals know that part. Every spring, men kill each other to see who gets to mate. Here, they just want you to jump into their laps. They want you to put the worm on the hook. But, you know, the birds and the bees and the, you know, the wildebeest and the antelope and the elephants and the chimpanzees all know that they have to fight to the death and bring food and gifts to try and get a little bit from the lady folks. Y'all need to look at the other animals and follow suit. Ah, okay. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. You get it. You get it. Yes. Men usually work so hard and, you know, do all the things they do to ascend in the hierarchy of society so they can what? Get the type of woman they want. So they can get the sex that they want from the women that look the way that they like. Like, that's what's going on, right? So the woman is the reward. So, like, get your body right, get your mind right, make all that paper, and then, you can choose the specimen females that you want. But if you don't do that work, you won't get those kinds of rewards. That's just how that works. You gotta set me down? What do you mean set you down? Tricks me? No, I've seen through a lot of the games. I've been here. I'm quite savvy at this point. A lot of them are very obvious. They're not as good at you know, getting one over on us ladies as they might think. We're hip to the game, and the internet has changed the game. Okay, us ladies are talking. So it used to be the women were a little bit more naive for longer because we couldn't compare notes. But we're on the internet now. So if you fool one of us, she's gonna make a video about it and she's gonna tell all the rest of us, right? So most of us are hip to your games. We're hip to the negging. We're hip to the lying. We're hip to the, you know, the triangulating. We're hip to a lot of it. It's harder. It's harder to manipulate us. So best approach is just to earn it, to just be a real provider who's ready to step up to the plate and handle his business. And then she'll be ready to step up to the plate and reward you. Well, if you want to have a talk with me, you can book some time on my calendar, Michael. Head on over to my Stan store and book time on my calendar. Get your credit card or your PayPal and book some time. Daniel Alvarado. Daniel, this is eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, and lip gloss. If that's too much for you, keep it moving. And what kind of man dissects a woman's makeup? Do you wear makeup, Daniel? You're sounding a little feminine. Only women remark on other women's makeup. The kind of man that remarks on makeup is a little too feminine for me, so keep it moving. What I'm trying to say is, if you're a provider and you woo the woman properly, you'll get what you want. It's a give and take. You got to give her what she wants to get what you want. It goes back and forth. The problem is most men want to get without giving. If you're prepared to give her whatever she wants, then she's willing to give back. It's a very simple equation. If you don't try and like game the system, if you actually just step up to the plate, if you're the guy who's actually got it, you earned it, you've been out in society grinding, you've got your whole bag together, you're financially sound, you're ready to go, you're ready to make dreams come true, you're ready to sweep off feet, then you will get what you want. Okay, Daniel, you know, you don't have to be here, so let me help you. Let me help you. Because what I'm not gonna do is allow you to just insult me in my stream. You have so many options on the internet. So what I'll do is I'll just make it easy for you to, you know, go explore some of those other options. So go explore some of those other options. There we go. And there, you're done. Right. Like, exactly. Like, why the problem is people get mad when you won't let them use you. Like, they just want to use you. We get it. You guys, you know, you have a lot of testosterone and you're trying to seduce. Understood. But, you know, as ladies, we understand what you want. We get it. But you know what we want too. We want to be taken care of. We want to live well. So instead of trying to trick us, and because we're hip to the game now, why don't you just allow us to live well and enjoy our soft life, and we'll make you happy in the ways that you want to be made happy. This could be a win-win. It could all be so easy, but y'all keep trying to trick us. Stop trying to trick and just stop trying to deceive, stop trying to manipulate, and just step up to the plate and give the goods, and you'll get the goods. Exactly. Michael John, David Copperfield disappeared. I don't know, who's David Copperfield? Yes, I'm here, I'm trying to tell you as a man, like, the jig is up. There was a time before the internet, before women had degrees and could make just as much money as men, there was a time when you could just manipulate us and we had to stay with you because we couldn't earn our own money. We couldn't even have checking accounts until the 70s. We could not own property until the 70s. So we just had to put up with whatever you guys were dishing out. Things are different now. We can make our own money. We can compare notes on the internet. So the jig is up. If you want a certain caliber of woman, you're not gonna be able to fool and manipulate your way into it. You're gonna have to be the guy that she wants. And you can do it. Get into your best shape, get your biggest bag, and get the girl you want. It's really simple. It's what every animal understands. You gotta be the best. Make yourself the best version of yourself and you'll get your best possible girls. That's just how it works now. You gotta actually have it. You gotta be able to deliver. I can't trick you. Like, when I show up, I gotta show up and show out and really be this girl. I gotta really be that. I can't trick you. Eventually, it's time for the meetup. It's time for the meetup. I gotta deliver. And you have to deliver. You gotta really have the bag. You gotta really be able to, like, make things easier on me. Give my life, you know, give my life some flavor. Give me beautiful experiences, beautiful meals, beautiful flowers. Make my soft life era start with you. You do that and I'll give you that nighttime life you've been dreaming of, sir. Okay? Because that's what you guys really want. So give us what we want, we'll give you what you want, and everyone will be happy. Stop trying to manipulate us. You're just gonna get yourself in a situation where you're lonely or you're with someone who does not excite you. Yes, Michael Jackson, I had to get him out of here. You think, it's like, if my stream were my home, would I let you come into my house and start insulting me? No, I'm gonna show you the door. Oh, you think you're gonna come in my stream and insult me? No, the door is where you'll be booted out permanently. He is channel banned. You don't get to come in my stream and talk junk to the host. I'm the host. Go start your own stream if you want to talk junk. You can't buy love, but you're not buying love. You're demonstrating that you're the best. A woman is supposed to get with the best possible mate that she can find, right? Like in the animal kingdom, may the best man win. A woman is looking for the best. In our society, money and the power that comes with it are a proxy for the best. We're looking for a man who bested all the other men. He rose to the top. He got it. And now he's empowered in a way that protects you from other men. If you are not that guy, then I should be looking for someone who is that guy. I shouldn't be settling for you. So make yourself that guy, and then we won't have any problems. Yeah, but looks don't really matter for guys, though. That's the thing, Michael. It really doesn't matter. The looks, that's the girls' department. I'm the cute one. You're the successful one. That's how that's supposed to work. You're supposed to be empowered. And in our society, empowered means like, you know, you have influence, you have money, you have resources. Like, you're supposed to be empowered. I got the pretty covered. You need the power covered. So worry about that. A man's looks really don't matter to heterosexual women. I think it matters to gay men. But heterosexual women who really understand what the mating and nuptial dance is all about, they don't care about how you look. They care about your ability to provide and how much power you're wielding in this world. Because we're supposed to be looking out for our children. So we're looking for someone, even if we're not planning to have any, and I'm not, we're still biologically trained to be looking for who can deliver the best resources for offspring. And the way to find that in this society is power. Money's a proxy for power. You get it. You get it. Exactly, Charisse. I wish they would just, instead of like trying to game the system, trying to find ways around it, get into the fight. Make yourself successful. Make yourself fit, happy, successful, and powerful, and you can just pick what you want because you can deliver. Instead of trying to be some guy who can't deliver, but who's going to charm you or think he's cute and be in the mirror longer than you, no one has time for that. It's 2025. We're not doing that. You're going to have to have that full-on grown man wallet. Yeah, you're going to have to focus on that, Michael. He's not begging for anything. He's dead as doornail, sir. He left this world alone after being visited by a SW. So I don't think he's holding any weight or credibility around here. He is not an example I think anyone wants to follow. And also, posthumously, now that he's no longer here, a lot of his secrets have come out. And he spent a lot of time on the DL with other men folks. So I don't really know if he's someone you want to be pointing to as an example. I think he's a cautionary tale, one that you will not want to follow. And that's all I'll say about that. That's all I'll say about that. He is not worth mentioning. All he did was make a lot of money out of making people confused. Exactly, Mark. Okay, Mark's sounding really wise. We know what it is now. We know what it is as women, and we understand our worth. And we're not going to play this game. We know what you guys really want. We know you don't care about our personalities. We know you're not interested in our intellect. We know what you want. And you know what we want. So stop playing dumb and just have it what we want. I can't sit here and like not be attractive and think you're gonna be wanting to pursue. I know what you want. So I have to I gotta bring my best. I gotta look good. I gotta be healthy. I gotta be on it. And you gotta do your part. You gotta be empowered. You've gotta be successful. You gotta be achieving, high achieving. And if we meet at that apex, at that pinnacle, but you can't ask me when I'm trying to get up here to come down there and talk to you just because you're cute. I think not. I think not. Yeah, but love comes from mothers, not from, you're confused about love. You're talking about unconditional love, and that's a kind of love you only get from a mother. A woman should not be unconditionally loving you. A woman's love is conditional, just as your love for her is conditional. I don't see you trying to get into the live streams of any unattractive women. I don't see you trying to get into the live streams of any unhealthy women or any obese women. You're not pursuing them. No, you're aiming for women who have their act together, women who have got their look and their health and their presentation together. That's what you want, and no one's faulting you for it. But you seem to think that there's something superficial about a woman wanting a man who has his act together. Think about it. You're being a little hypocritical. Exactly, to each his own. Different standards. I don't ask anyone to conform to my standards, and I don't want anyone asking me to conform to theirs. I'm not for everybody. And I've got no problem with that. All right, more music, more music. Thank you, Mark. I've had some off days, but I know when I have off days, and I course correct and get back on it. Jaden would look behind you. I see you. Okay, why'd you divorce her, Jaden? Oh, I passed the hour mark. I'm gonna ask, Jaden's gonna tell me about why he got divorced, and then I'm gonna peace out. Okay, so Jaden, why did you divorce her? I'm curious. Yes, I need to make it well known because I don't want to waste anyone's time. If you're not someone who's going to bring their A game and really understand what I'm trying to do in the life I want, if we're not compatible, why waste each other's time? Yes, I'm trying to live a certain way and have a certain type of life. If that's not something that you are interested in being able to furnish and participate in, then no problem. We're not compatible. Keep it moving. No problem. No hard feelings. Ooh. 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 Jaden, that's harsh. Okay, well, that is harsh, and I feel for you, sir, and that's a painful predicament to be in. But luckily you ended it, and you can get back out there. All women are good women. All men aren't evil. I mean, most, but not all. Like you got a dud. Sometimes you get a lemon, and then you do what you did. You end it. You take some time to heal, figure out where you went wrong, and then you move on. Like the work you have to do is figure out where she fooled you. You got fooled. Somehow she misrepresented herself and you bought it. Now maybe, is she fine? Is she just gorgeous? And so she was just so beautiful and you were so seduced by her beauty and her sexuality that you didn't see through to her games? Is that what happened? You got to figure out where you misjudged, where you didn't have discernment so that you won't make that mistake again. But it's good that you caught it. It sucks that you had to catch it, after the fact. But the thing now is to just learn that lesson and have discernment so that you can see through to, the real agenda of the person. And I would say you never want to be with someone just because of their money, but just the same way you're not going to be with a woman just because she's good looking or just because she's hot, but you need her to be that, right? Like you need her to be that plus. And the woman needs you to have your resources together plus. It shouldn't be the only thing that they're with you for, but is it one of the criteria that a woman should be looking for? Yes, it's a legitimate criteria to start off with, especially if the woman herself has it going on. Excellent, Jaden. You handled that. What are those emojis? I can't tell what those are. Are those like icicles or what are those? Cold? Listen, life is not fair, Michael, and life is not easier. Well, good. Go find you a hotep lady with a head wrap and, I don't know, a cotton dashiki and some beads around her neck and hang out in her live stream. And you guys can, I don't know how you pass the time. That's not me. There's nothing wrong with that type of lady. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting that type of lady. You should pursue what you want. Everybody is not for everybody. We're all different. We all like different things. I'm not gonna be with a man who wants that. And the kind of man that likes me is not gonna like that kind of woman. Like, luckily, everybody likes something different. And so there's someone for everyone. There's different styles for everyone. I don't expect to be, everyone's cup of tea. I wouldn't want that. That would be like maddening and time consuming. I just want the ones who are looking for this to find me. And if you're not looking for this, then keep it moving. I mean, there's billions of people in the world. There's billions of men. I only need one. So if that's not you, if it's not what you have in mind, that's fine. Exactly. Okay, Mark, you're earning my respect tonight. You get it. You're showing that you get it. Where are you again, Mark? Where are you located? What did he say? Why is it cold? It seems like you have a problem with the truth. Nature is truth. Like, that's just the way it works. I didn't make these rules. Nature made these rules. In nature, only the alpha male, only one man gets to sire all of the children in his radius. He beats out every other guy, and he's the only one that gets to mate. The other ones get no punani because they are not top dog. Only in a patriarchal system like this one do the beta males get to mate. In the animal kingdom, betas mean you get none. Not that you get like B grade, it means you get none. Because in nature, the alpha gets all. Y'all don't get none. If you can't compete, you get none. So the reason we're overpopulated, the reason, humans are substandard, subpar, and our society is trash is because we let people who have no business being allowed to mate. So I'm telling you, make yourself a top dog, okay? If that's too tall of an order for you, we are definitely not compatible. It's not about that. I have a wallet of my own, sir. And so, you should tell me to hold on to my beauty and hold on to my beautiful energy and hold on to my nurturing and hold on to my care and hold on to my divine spirit and feminine energy and hold on to my ability to heal and hold on to my ability to make you happy with just a smile and hold on to my ability to enchant you so that you feel like you're walking on clouds every day. I'll hold on to that and you can hold on to your wallet. The whole point of you having the wallet is so that you can have all of the things I just mentioned. So you can keep your wallet. I'll keep all of this. And a real man, a man who has it all, knows that what I have is priceless. Yeah. And on that note, I say I'll be back tomorrow and I will have more fitness content for you. And anyone who's getting stuck, anyone who is not able to meet their fitness goals, I don't know if he's the winner, but he gets it. He's on track to have the kind of women he wants in his life because he understands the reality. It would be like me sitting here thinking I didn't have to make any effort with my appearance and think that, I'm just gonna have men falling all over me. It doesn't work that way. You have to put the work in to get what you want, whether you're a man or a female. There are just certain simple rules to nature that we're all following. And even if you think you're not playing the game, you're just losing. So accept the reality and play the game. And don't be mad at anyone else who has standards that you can't meet. Don't be mad. Just go for someone with lower standards. That's fine. And keep checking the community tab on my channel page so that you get your fitness inspiration every day. And I will be uploading fitness videos throughout this process. Hopefully over the next 2 weeks, all the content will be loaded so that over these next 78 days, we will all get our bodies right and tight. I'm excited for all of us. I think we got big things ahead. Oh, thank you, Mark. You're so sweet. There's no indoctrination. This isn't just my opinion, it's nature itself. I would encourage you to watch some old Wild Kingdom, Michael Johnson. Look at nature and look at animals. This isn't me, this is nature itself. This is what's underneath and happening with all mammals. Look into it. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bloop.